Hi, how are you doing? I hope you are doing very fine. I'm Eva and I make YouTube videos about veganism and raw veganism. And this video is going to be about the heating process and what heating does with our food. And I will basically talk about protein, fats, and carbohydrates. And I just want to say that everything that I share I have from this book that I read, and I really enjoy this book, so I don't want to make any advertisement and I don't get money from it, but I just found it to be very interesting. So let's get into the video. So the first thing is fats, because when you go into the supermarket and you buy, for example, sausages or meat, or you buy oils or nuts and seeds, I would say 99% of all of those products were heated before, because in order to last them longer, they have to be heated. And yes, so however, by this heating process, there are developing carcinogenic substances such as acrylate or hydrocarbon, and also those fats can turn into trans fats, and so they're not very healthy. But now we go to heating and water, because when you heat food, you're basically always, or in most cases, or getting rid of the water from the produce. For example, when you put an apple into the oven and bake it, the water will evaporate into the air and there won't be as much water in the apple, and actually that's quite detrimental for our health, because we need water just for functioning. We should be around 80% of water, however we are only around 60% of water, so it's quite detrimental to our health if we are dehydrated. And in order to be hydrated, we have to eat a lot of fruit and vegetables that is raw and full of water content, such as mango or melon or stuff like this. Because if we're dehydrated, we won't have as glowing skin, we will age faster, we will get injured faster, we will much more likely to gain diseases, etc. So the next thing is heating and carbohydrates. So carbohydrates are things such as bread, pasta, rice, beans, bulgur, pizza, etc. And with the heating, the carbohydrate structure is reformed, and so it makes it very hard for our body to fully digest it, and actually only 70% of all the energy that the food could provide, we can only digest about 70% of this energy. So 30% of the energy is lost by the heating process, and I think over the years there is a lot of things that get lost, as well as a lot of vitamins and minerals get lost when they are heated. The next thing is that the molecules are now like glue, and actually quite interesting. This glue is also used in the industry, and basically it's quite dramatic, because there's a carcinogenic substance that is produced, and it's acrylamide, and it's carcinogenic, and also this heated molecule structure of those carbohydrates can damage our gut, and actually our gut is quite sensitive, so it's not the best thing to do to heat carbohydrates. And the last thing is heating of proteins, because protein is basically a lot of amino acids that cling together in one necklace. So if you, in order to fully use those proteins, the body has to cut off this necklace and use the single amino acids, use them single, and then consume them. However, when we heat protein, those amino acids cling together, and the body cannot part those amino acids apart from, so the body cannot cut the necklace anymore, so the body cannot use the protein, and thus the body has to eliminate the protein over the kidneys, and actually if you overconsume a lot of heated proteins such as eggs or meat, etc., you are basically damaging your kidneys. And yeah, I think that's all there is. I can't really remember anything else, so I just want to give you this information. But if you need more information on this topic, I can highly recommend to read this book, or maybe also read some of Robert Moore's books. And that's basically it. So I wish you a very, very nice day, and I hope you enjoyed the video and I could give you some information, and I wish you just the best. Much love. Goodbye. Have a very nice day.